I just thought I'll just trust and come with no expectations. I'm just kind of blown away by how profound it is, powerful, but a lot more kind in terms of the way it's unfolded, very organic and simple and natural and uninhibited.
Feeling for the impact that our movement and our self-expression has. Body poet is a way of playing back what might have been rationalised, what might be lonely, what might have been exiled, what might have felt not acceptable, what might feel so ordinary it's not significant, or might be like feeling like nothing. I'm a temple, I feel like it's mine. I feel like it's mine, I'm going to miss it. This is interesting. It transforms it into an art form, so you're becoming a poet. When you're in the dream scribe role, you are a poet. I feel safe in the trees. You are safe here, here is your home. Remember me? Remember me, I'm here. And the chords of our hearts are attuned to the chords of our voices, and we have a huge range that many of us have been taught out of. And so we're going to practice with Becky's support and Ruth supporting, playing with the range of our voice, playing with the range of our emotional fluidity. The more emotional fluidity we have, that's the range that we will be available to lead the dream. We're reading that body poem within the range that we have available to us.
I see my dead mother, father being proud of me in my chest area.
Every relationship is a relationship. So this is a co-creative thing. A body poem is a co-creation.
Dead mother and father in your chest being proud of you. What might they be saying?
Like a dreamer could share their body poem with 6 different dream scribes and have 6 different experiences, because it's an alchemical experience of 2 people together. And it's the chords of our voices, the chords of our hearts, transforming what might be discordant or might not have chords yet. But ultimately, there is an experience that this other human being has witnessed me, and I feel witnessed with whatever words I've shared. And there are epiphanies in that.
From my own perspective, I came into body poem very unwell, physically and psychologically, and I could tell how much more space there was in my experience after one session. Difference in my psychological state and my capacity and the hope I had for recovery from something. That was so. After that one, I was like, what is this? And I've got a long history of mental health and all sorts of counselling and psychiatry and many different approaches. Often, well, some of them more damaging than they were healing, and this just felt there's a cleanness about it, that it's not someone coming in trying to sort you out, do any kind of repair, and that it just feels deeply respectful to the system. And I think that's one of the things I responded to. Like, I'm not being invaded by someone else's intention, and that in itself was part of the medicine.
So we're opening up our senses, and then the invitation is to find words that come close to describing what you're noticing. And I will write those down once everybody popcorn shares. And then there'll be a lull, where this is the moment then to read back what each person has shared. And I play with the order that the body poem has 2 roles. There's the dream scribe and the dreamer. So we are a collective dream right now, and I'm a dream scribe, and I will read back what's emerged into language, or sometimes sounds, onomatopoeic sounds. I will read back as a poem, playing with rhythm, playing with the order, and that supports us all as a community with all of our felt senses, with all that we're noticing, or maybe all that we're coming from today, to come together into a community body, into a biome, if you like. And and that's how body poem works, essentially.
There's a feng shui poem, and then there's a dream poem, or the I wants. You know, there's different modes to it. You can experience, like, if I want something, there's a list of I wants, and then that's read back to you, and for you to receive it can also create the solution as well. I think the magic is in the way it's read back. That part's had a chance to have a voice, or you might hear something else and you think, oh, I've never heard that one before. But it's just radical acceptance of whatever comes up and loving it anyway. But we kind of like suppress it with food, drink, drugs, all kinds of things to numb down that feeling that really just needs to be acknowledged. That's all it needs. And then it goes.
So it's not an everyday breath work, this session, what we're doing, because we're consciously activating the parasympathetic nervous system to raise into a state of consciousness. And we do that because it helps to heal, bring us back into our awareness, and it helps to balance our energies as well.
Roots descending deeply, branches raging high, grounded in my rhythms, yet still gazing to the sky. My strong and solid body, my scarred and weathered skin, I hear the buzz of life that surrounds me, and I feel it within.
A song returns. What kind of song is that song? Song of the abundant flow of the waters of life. The song of the abundant flow of the waters of life. You know, when you first start, there's a bit of anxiety, I suppose, and then suddenly you're in, and then there are moments where there's like you can feel this, like an intake of a big breath, and you kind of wonder where you're going to go next as the scribe. Where is your intuition, I suppose, guiding you to go, and then suddenly letting that go. And then you can just relax, you know, ride that wave, the crest of the wave, and relax into the next phase of the body poem. So speak the alignment of love, like the churches of Portugal aligned at 72 degrees. Speak of the alignment of love. United we stand, our roots intertwine. I can no longer keep reflecting this desolation into infinity. I really enjoyed it. The language that Sue used was very rich. The metaphors were rich. Embodiment, I think, is really difficult for a lot of people. And I can invite it through my hands as a body worker, but body poem gives the opportunity for the body to come alive verbally. And somehow maybe that helps to connect body and mind. The first time I experienced body poem as the dreamer, I could just almost feel like parts of my body being really heard. I was going to say held, but I think I mean heard. And I could tell that it wasn't a mind thing, it wasn't a cerebral thing, it was really my voice being invited, my body being invited to express itself verbally.
To really suck up. Other titles from this week from poems. Recreating the garden goes massive. Recreating the garden goes massive. Flying high, new garden. Our enchanted nest. Moving to the country. Recreating the garden goes massive. Full bucket. To really fuck up. A warning. To really fuck up. Trust in love to really fuck up. Trust in love. Shame.
And the branches way up high, I hear them flock, I hear them fly. Colourful songs with colourful words, a million sounds from a million birds. They come and they go, and they're born and they die. They land for a while.
If there was a metaphor for what you're taking away with you, what might that be? Abundant delights. Circles of thanks. Circles of thanks. Songs of melody. Songs of melody. A big bulging bug. A big bulging
I've said this so many times to Katie. Since I've started with Body Poem, I'm able to stop drowning in my emotions, and I didn't know what it was like to not drown in my emotions. Building this muscle to be able to take a step back, observe what's going on in me, in my body, in my felt sense, in my mind as well, to kind of take a step back and just observe, and rather than being in like a sea of emotions. It really depends on the person. So yeah, a lot of us are, we're not even aware of the messages our body's giving us, and we don't understand why we react in a certain way that's not at all logical.
If you're a resonance with, a belonging with, and feeling your resonance with other parts of the planet, resonating with this part of the planet we're part of right now.
A chance to do something for myself, to kind of connect to my inner world that has been deeply restful, restorative, nourishing, and just kind of just help me soften. For me, it's the way that actually we've all got a poet somewhere inside us, so that's a gift. And I think, yeah, it helps us access our inner gifts, I think.
How we are, how I am, and being like, okay, that's how I am, and maybe I could work with that. And maybe I could also sometimes just be like, that's just the way it is. And that brings a sense of peace.
And obviously there's a genius in me, as she says, because I've spotted it. I'll blow my own trumpet. Cut that out.